The Florida Keys, a delicate string of pearls cast upon a turquoise sea, beckon travelers from all corners of the globe. This iconic archipelago stretches over 120 miles, a sun-drenched escape connected by the legendary Overseas Highway. Visitors arrive with visions of tropical paradise, picturing themselves stepping off the sand into a world of vibrant coral and teeming fish. It is a dream fueled by countless postcards and travel brochures. The question inevitably arises, often from friends escaping the harsh grip of a northern winter: where are the best beaches for snorkeling in the Keys? It's a logical inquiry, born from experiences in other tropical destinations where world-class reefs are just a few fin kicks from the shore. My answer to this frequent question is always direct and perhaps a little surprising. The simple, unvarnished truth is that there really aren't any beaches that offer the kind of snorkeling experience most people imagine. This isn't to say that the Florida Keys lack incredible underwater adventures. Quite the contrary, the region is a snorkeler's paradise. However, the postcard-perfect scenes of crystal-clear water and sprawling, magnificent coral reefs are not found by simply wading in from a sandy beach. The very geography that makes the Keys so unique also places its most spectacular natural wonders just out of reach for the casual beachgoer. This revelation can be a bit deflating for those who have packed their masks and snorkels with the expectation of easy, shore-based exploration. The inshore waters along the island chain are often shallow, dominated by seagrass beds and a fine layer of silt. While these ecosystems are vital to the health of the marine environment and harbor their own fascinating creatures, they don't typically provide the gin-clear visibility that makes for breathtaking snorkeling. Wind and tides can stir up the sediment, reducing clarity even further. So if you're standing on a beach in Isla Morada or Marathon, the water might look inviting, but it won't reveal the underwater majesty the Keys are truly famous for. Understanding this distinction is the first and most crucial step in planning a truly memorable snorkeling trip in the Florida Keys. It is about setting the right expectations and knowing where to look for the genuine aquatic treasures. The goal of this guide is to steer you away from potential disappointment and point you toward the real action. We will explore the entire length of this island chain, from the northern reaches of Key Largo all the way down to the southernmost point of Key West, just 90 miles from Cuba. We will uncover the secrets to finding that pristine water and the vibrant reefs that make this region a world-class destination for underwater exploration. So, if the best snorkeling isn't found along the shoreline, where is it? The answer lies a few miles offshore, out in the Atlantic Ocean. The Florida Reef Tract, the only living coral barrier reef in the continental United States, runs parallel to the Keys, but it sits anywhere from 3 to 7 miles out to sea. This incredible underwater ecosystem is the heart and soul of the Keys' marine life. It is here, far from the influence of the land, that the water achieves that legendary clarity, offering visibility that can often exceed 50 or 60 feet. This is where you will find the towering coral formations, the schools of brightly colored tropical fish, the awe-inspiring biodiversity that defines the region. Accessing these offshore reefs requires one essential thing: a boat. This is the real secret to unlocking the very best snorkeling the Florida Keys have to offer. Without a vessel to transport you across the shallow inshore waters and out to the barrier reef, you are essentially missing the main event. Now, for visitors who don't happen to have their own boat in tow, this might sound like an insurmountable obstacle. But the good news is that the entire island chain is perfectly equipped to solve this exact problem. The Overseas Highway, the lifeline of the Keys, is dotted with countless dive shops, marinas, and charter boat operators ready to take you on a trip. These charter operations are the gateway to your underwater adventure, and they make the experience incredibly accessible and straightforward. For a reasonable fee, you can book a spot on a daily trip that handles all the logistics for you. These excursions are not just about transportation. They are guided tours led by experienced captains and crew who know the reefs like the back of their hands. They will take you to the best spots based on the day's weather and current conditions, ensuring you have the safest and most rewarding experience possible. They also typically provide all the necessary gear, masks and snorkels, fins and safety vests, making it easy for anyone to participate. The journey out to the reef is an experience in itself. As the boat leaves the shoreline behind, you can watch the watercolor transform from the greenish hue of the nearshore flats to the deep, brilliant sapphire of the open ocean. The short boat ride builds anticipation for the spectacle that awaits just below the surface. Whether you are a seasoned snorkeler or a complete novice, these professionally run charters offer a reliable, safe, and unforgettable way to witness the true underwater beauty of the Florida Keys. It is, without a doubt, the real way to snorkel this magnificent island paradise and experience what makes it so special. The fundamental reason boats are non-negotiable for premier snorkeling in the Keys lies in the unique geography of the region. The Florida Keys are not volcanic islands with deep drop-offs right at the shoreline. Instead, they are a chain of ancient fossilized coral reefs that emerged from the sea when ocean levels dropped. This created a very specific, shallow marine environment. The islands are flanked on the Atlantic side by a wide, gentle slope of shallow water, the Hawk Channel. In that inshore area, seagrass beds thrive. Sediment from land and Florida Bay can accumulate there, often limiting water clarity. The real magic, the Florida Reef Tract, lies beyond this channel. This magnificent barrier reef system, the third largest in the world, sits several miles offshore. It runs parallel to the island chain from north of Key Largo all the way past Key West. That distance from land is the crucial factor. Out on the reef, water is constantly flushed by the Gulf Stream, a massive river of warm, clear water from the Caribbean. That exchange prevents silt buildup, creating the gin-clear conditions snorkelers dream of. Deeper water and oceanic currents make a stable environment where delicate corals flourish and dense marine life congregates. For those with boats, navigating to these reefs is a thrilling adventure. Modern GPS units and apps like Navionics have made finding reef sites, marked by mooring buoys, much easier. Punch in coordinates for famous spots like Sombrero Reef or Looe Key and head out. But this requires real boating experience and local knowledge. You must be able to read channel markers, understand weather patterns, and safely tie up to a mooring ball without damaging coral. For most visitors, that's impractical, which is why the charter industry is essential. Ultimately, the boat is a bridge between two worlds. It takes you from accessible but often murky nearshore waters to the remote, spectacular offshore reef. Think of the overseas highway as the main road and the charter boat as the only access ramp to the underwater superhighway. Without that vessel, you're limited to scenic overlooks, a fleeting glimpse of a grand spectacle a few miles away. To truly immerse yourself in the vibrant heart of the Florida Keys ecosystem, leave the land behind and venture out to sea. Once you understand that the best snorkeling is offshore, it is helpful to know about the different types of underwater environments you might encounter. The Florida Keys marine ecosystem is not one uniform habitat, but a mosaic of distinct zones. The most famous of these is the outer reef, or barrier reef. This is the main line of defense against the open Atlantic waves. It's where you find the most dramatic coral formations. Spur and groove formations feature towering fingers of coral separated by sandy channels to create a complex underwater city. In depths from 15 to 40 feet, you'll see huge schools of fish and impressive coral structures. Closer to shore, throughout the Hawk Channel, are patch reefs. Patch reefs are smaller, isolated mounds rising from sand or seagrass. They may lack the outer reef's grandeur but are fantastic snorkeling, often more protected on windy days. They're little oases of biodiversity, attracting a dense concentration of juvenile fish, lobsters, eels, and countless other creatures. Patch reef waters can be exceptionally clear and often shallow, 10 to 20 feet, letting snorkelers get very close without diving. Closest to the islands are the seagrass flats. Often dismissed by coral hunters, these shallow meadows are crucial nurseries. Snorkeling here is tranquil and rewarding. You must slow down and look for camouflaged residents. You might spot a juvenile sea turtle grazing on grass, a queen conch slowly making its way across the sand, or a well-hidden stingray resting on the bottom. You'll also find starfish, pipefish, and small schools of barracuda hunting. Each of these underwater landscapes offers a different snorkeling experience. The outer reef is about scale, drama, and sheer numbers of fish. Patch reefs offer an intimate, concentrated view of the reef community. Seagrass flats teach patience and reveal the beginnings of the marine life cycle. A good charter captain understands these zones and chooses sites based on weather and the guest experience, sometimes visiting 2 different types of sites in one trip to showcase the key's diversity. Your vessel to adventure, the charter boat experience. For the 99% of visitors who arrive without their own vessel, a snorkel charter is the key that, unlocks the offshore kingdom. These operations are the backbone of the Key's tourism industry, providing safe, reliable, and expertly guided access to the reef. When you book a trip, you are not just paying for a taxi ride on the water, you are investing in a complete, curated experience. The typical snorkel charter includes much more than just transportation. First and foremost, it offers unparalleled local knowledge. The captains and mates who run these boats have spent thousands of hours on these waters and know precisely where to go for the best conditions and marine life sightings on any given day. Safety is the paramount concern on any reputable charter. Before you even leave the dock, the crew will provide a thorough briefing covering everything from how to properly use your snorkel gear to important safety procedures on the boat. They will ensure everyone has a properly fitting mask, snorkel, and fins. Critically, they also provide and require the use of a snorkel vest. This inflatable device provides buoyancy, allowing you to float effortlessly on the surface without expending energy. This not only makes the experience more relaxing, but is a crucial safety feature, especially for novice snorkelers or in areas with a slight current. The crew keeps a watchful eye on all snorkelers in the water, ready to assist at a moment's notice. Beyond safety and navigation, the charter experience is built for comfort and convenience. Most snorkel boats are spacious catamarans, which are very stable on the water, reducing the chance of seasickness. They feature large decks for sunbathing, shaded areas to escape the heat, and easy-to-use ladders for getting in and out of the water. Many charters also provide complimentary water, sodas, and some even offer snacks. After your snorkel, freshwater rinses are usually available to wash the salt off your skin and gear. The crew's job is to handle all the hard work so you can simply relax and enjoy the beauty around you. The educational component of a charter trip should not be overlooked. A good crew will do more than just point you toward the water. They will act as your nature guides. They can help you identify the fish, identify the coral you see, explain the different behaviors of marine creatures, and answer questions about the reef's ecology. They might point out a resting nurse shark under a ledge or a shy moray eel peeking out of its hole, things you might easily miss on your own. This guidance transforms the trip from a simple swim into a fascinating and enriching learning experience, deepening your appreciation for the fragile and complex world you are visiting. Booking your trip. Tips for a perfect day on the water. Choosing the right charter is the final step to ensuring a fantastic offshore adventure. With so many operators lining the overseas highway, the choices can seem overwhelming. A great place to start is with recent online reviews. Google, TripAdvisor. Look for consistent praise for crew friendliness, safety consciousness, and the quality of the boat and equipment. It's also wise to call a few different shops. A quick conversation can give you a feel for their professionalism and customer service. Ask about the size of their boat. Ask how many passengers they typically take. Smaller groups often lead to a more personal, less crowded experience in the water. When it comes to cost and timing, most snorkel charters in the Keys are very reasonably priced, typically ranging from $40 to $60 per person for a half-day trip. That usually lasts about 3 to 4 hours. These trips generally run twice a day. A morning excursion around 9 o'clock a.m., an afternoon trip around 1 o'clock p.m. The morning trip is often recommended. Winds tend to be calmer, and you're more likely to have the reef to yourself before the afternoon crowds arrive. However, afternoon trips can be wonderful as well, often ending with a beautiful boat ride back to shore as the sun begins to dip. Once you have booked your trip, preparing for the day is simple. While charters provide the main gear, you will want to bring a few personal items. Sun protection is absolutely essential. The Florida sun is intense, and its effects are amplified by the reflection off the water. Bring a high SPF, reef-safe sunscreen, a wide-brimmed hat, polarized sunglasses. A long-sleeved rash guard is an excellent idea for sun protection in the water. You should also bring a towel, and perhaps a change of clothes for the ride back. If you have an underwater camera like a GoPro, be sure to bring it along. Finally, a word on what to expect during different times of the year. The best time to snorkel is whenever you can get here, but conditions do vary. The summer months from June to September generally offer the warmest water and the calmest seas. Winter can bring cold fronts that drop the water temperature into the low 70s. These fronts can also bring wind, which can stir up the water and reduce visibility. However, even on a winter day, charter captains know which protected reefs will offer the best experience. No matter when you go, trusting the experts on a charter boat is your surest bet for a safe, memorable, and truly breathtaking encounter with the reefs of the Florida Keys. The reality of shore, snorkeling managing expectations. While the grand cinematic snorkeling experiences are found offshore, this does not mean you must completely forsake the idea of getting in the water from the shore. There are indeed opportunities for fun, safe, and interesting snorkeling just a few yards from where you park your car. The key is to adjust your expectations. Shore snorkeling in the Florida Keys is not about exploring vast, vibrant coral reefs. Instead, it is about discovering the smaller, more subtle wonders of the inshore ecosystem. It is a different kind of adventure: convenience, simplicity, and quiet observation. Perfect for families with young children, casual swimmers, or those just looking for a quick, refreshing dip on a hot afternoon along the overseas highway. The character of inshore waters is dictated by shallow depths, seagrass beds, and soft, silty bottoms. Therefore, the water clarity will rarely match what you find on the outer reefs. Visibility can change dramatically based on the wind and tides. A gentle offshore breeze might leave the water surprisingly clear, while a strong onshore wind can stir up sediment and reduce what you can see to just a few feet. Do not be discouraged by this. The goal here is not to see 100 yards into the blue, but to focus on what is right in front of you. You will be looking for life in the seagrass, around small rocks and near mangrove roots, where many juvenile fish and invertebrates hide. This type of snorkeling is wonderfully accessible. All you really need is a mask, a snorkel, and a pair of fins. Although fins are sometimes optional in very shallow, calm areas, it is the perfect activity for a spontaneous stop. If you are driving down the highway and spot a public access point with clear-looking water, you can be exploring its secrets within minutes. These spots offer a low-commitment way to connect with the marine environment. You can spend 20 minutes or 2 hours exploring, all without the cost or time commitment of a formal charter. It is this ease and spontaneity that forms the core appeal of shore-based snorkeling in the Keys. Think of shore snorkeling as the appetizer to the main course of an offshore reef trip. It whets your appetite and gives you a glimpse into the nursery grounds that support the entire ecosystem. You might be surprised by what you find: a delicate pipefish swaying with the seagrass, a colorful sea star nestled in the sand, or a school of tiny parrotfish learning to graze. These small discoveries are rewarding in their own right and provide a more complete picture of the Keys' marine world. It is a chance to slow down, look closely, and appreciate the intricate details of life in the shallows, setting the stage for the grander spectacle that awaits further out at sea. Prime spots for easy access, state parks, and public beaches. Throughout the Florida Keys, several designated parks and public beaches offer some of the most reliable and family-friendly shore snorkeling opportunities. One of the most popular and accessible spots is Ann's Beach, located around mile marker 73 in Islamorada. Less of a traditional beach, it's a protected cove with a scenic boardwalk. The water is exceptionally shallow, often only waist-deep for hundreds of yards. This makes it ideal for introducing small children to the water without the worry of waves or drop-offs. The bottom is a mix of soft sand and turtle grass, an easy environment for first-time snorkelers. Shallow sandy channels cut through the seagrass, making it easy to walk out and start snorkeling. There are no coral heads here, but the seagrass beds are bustling with life. Float patiently and look closely. You'll often see small schools of grunts, snapper, and sometimes a juvenile barracuda. You'll also find queen conchs, sea cucumbers, and crabs scuttling along the bottom. It's the quintessential easy-access snorkel spot in the Keys. Further south, Bahia Honda State Park at MM37 is another gem, though it's important to note there is an entry fee. It boasts beautiful natural beaches on both the Atlantic and Gulf sides. Calusa Beach on the Atlantic side often offers calm, clear water for snorkeling. Its proximity to the deep channel under the old Bahia Honda Bridge means you can find a greater variety of fish life. Explore the rock jetties and seagrass edges, where you might see parrotfish and small rays. In Key Largo, John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park is famous for its offshore reef tours, but its Cannon Beach has a dedicated swimming area. The main snorkel draw here are the remnants of an early Spanish shipwreck, located about 100 feet from shore. While these are not natural formations and visibility can vary, swimming among old cannons and anchors is a unique and accessible experience. These parks provide amenities like restrooms, picnic tables, and rinse showers, making them comfortable bases for a day of casual exploration. Man-made havens. Finding life around structures. In the marine world, any solid structure quickly becomes a foundation for life. This principle holds true throughout the Florida Keys. While natural reefs are the ultimate destination, you can find surprisingly dense pockets of marine activity around man-made objects. Docks, pilings, seawalls, and rock jetties all act as artificial reefs, providing shelter, attachment points for algae and sponges, and hunting grounds for fish. For the observant shore snorkeler, these structures are treasure troves of biodiversity, often found in just a few feet of water and easily accessible from land. Pilings that support docks and small bridges are fantastic places to investigate. Over time, these vertical surfaces become encrusted in a colorful mosaic of sponges, tunicates, and small corals. This living layer provides food and shelter for many creatures. You'll find schools of sergeant majors, gray snappers, and parrotfish nibbling at the growth. Look into the nooks and crannies, and you might spot a shy blenny or a tiny arrow crab clinging to a sponge. Underneath the dock, in the shade, larger fish like snook and tarpon sometimes lurk, enjoying the cover and the cooler water. Rock walls and jetties that line many of the canals and shorelines in the Keys serve a similar purpose. The gaps between the rocks create caves and crevices, perfect hiding spots for marine life. They are prime locations for finding spiny lobsters tucked away during the daytime. Their long antennae often stick out from under a ledge. Moray eels also favor these rocky hideouts. They may look intimidating, but are usually shy if left undisturbed. Floating slowly along a rock wall and peering into the shadows can reveal whole communities that are often overlooked. However, exploring these structures requires heightened awareness and caution. The biggest danger is boat traffic, especially near bridges and in canals. Bridges are the main conduits for boats moving between the Atlantic and the Bayside, and the traffic can be heavy, especially on weekends. Currents can also be deceptively strong around bridge pilings. For these reasons, you should avoid snorkeling in the main channels under large bridges unless you are a highly experienced local. Instead, focus on smaller footbridges, private docks, with permission, and rock walls in calmer, protected areas with clear entry and exit points. The golden rules of safety for inshore snorkeling. While shore snorkeling is generally a low-risk activity, the marine environment always demands respect and adherence to basic safety principles. First and foremost, never snorkel alone. The buddy system is the most critical safety practice in any water activity. A partner is there to help you in case of an emergency, whether it's a simple leg cramp, equipment trouble, or just getting tired. Stay close to your buddy and make a habit of checking in with each other visually every few minutes. This simple habit can prevent minor issues from becoming serious problems. Visibility is key, not just for you to see the fish, but for boaters to see you. The Florida Keys are a boater's paradise, which means boat traffic is a constant reality. Always use a dive flag. It is mandatory under Florida law when snorkeling in areas with boat traffic. This is a red flag with a white diagonal stripe mounted on a float. Wearing brightly colored snorkel vests or rash guards also greatly increases your visibility. Always stay aware of your surroundings and listen for the sound of boat engines. Know your limits and the environment. Before entering the water, take a moment to assess the conditions: wind, waves, and any visible currents. If there is a current, it's a good rule of thumb to start your snorkel by swimming against it, so the return trip is easier when you're getting tired. Always plan a clear and easy exit point before you even get in. Avoid trying to climb out over sharp, slippery rocks. Choose a sandy entry or a spot with a ladder. Remember the mantra: look, but don't touch. Coral and sponges are fragile living animals. The slightest touch from a hand or fin can damage or kill them. Some things, like fire coral and jellyfish, can sting, and some fish may bite if they feel threatened. Keep a respectful distance to protect both yourself and the reef you've come to admire. When in doubt, a local dive shop is your best resource for information on current conditions, safety, and local regulations. Gearing up and getting ready: what you need for shore exploration. For a successful and comfortable shore snorkeling outing, having the right gear is essential, but it does not need to be complicated or expensive. The three core components are a mask, a snorkel, and fins. A well-fitting mask is the most critical piece of equipment. It should create a comfortable seal around your face without being too tight. A leaking mask is the quickest way to ruin a snorkel. To test the fit in a shop, hold the mask to your face without using the strap and gently inhale through your nose. If it stays in place, you have a good seal. The snorkel simply allows you to breathe with your face in the water, and a basic model is all you need. Fins, while sometimes optional in very shallow, calm water, are highly recommended for any real exploration. They provide the propulsion you need to move through the water efficiently, helping you conserve energy and cover more ground. They are also a crucial safety tool if you need to swim against a current. Beyond the basic three, a snorkel vest is an excellent addition for safety and comfort. This inflatable device allows you to add buoyancy, letting you float effortlessly on the surface, which is perfect for relaxing and observing the life below without an ounce of effort. Beyond the in-water gear, a few other items will make your excursion much more pleasant. Sun protection is non-negotiable. A long-sleeved rash guard is the best form of protection, as it does not wash off like sunscreen. For any exposed skin, use a high SPF, reef-safe sunscreen to avoid harming the marine environment. A wide-brimmed hat and polarized sunglasses are also must-haves for before and after your time in the water. Finally, consider the seasonal variations in water temperature. During the summer months, from May through October, the water is typically bath-like, hovering in the mid to high 80s Fahrenheit. In these conditions, no thermal protection is needed. However, during the winter, from December to March, a series of cold fronts can drop the water temperature into the low 70s or even high 60s. While this may not sound cold to our friends from the north, you will lose body heat quickly. For winter snorkeling, renting or buying a thin shorty wetsuit, one with short sleeves and legs, can make the experience significantly more comfortable, allowing you to stay in the water longer and fully enjoy your exploration. Key Largo, the dive capital, and its accessible reefs. Our journey south along the Overseas Highway begins in Key Largo, the northernmost and largest of the Florida Keys, famously billing itself as the dive capital of the world. This island is the gateway to the Florida Reef Tract and home to John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park. For snorkelers, this is ground zero for accessible, world-class offshore excursions. The reefs here are relatively close to shore and are situated within a protected marine sanctuary, which has allowed the coral and fish populations to thrive. Charter boats depart constantly from Key Largo's marinas, heading out to shallow patch reefs and sections of the main barrier reef. The classic Key Largo snorkeling experience involves a boat trip out to sites like Grecian Rocks or the Sea Gardens. These areas are known for their calm, protected conditions and relatively shallow depths, often ranging from just 5 to 25 feet. At Grecian Rocks, you can float over impressive brain coral formations and sea fans, watching as schools of vibrant blue tang and yellowtail snapper swim by in a seemingly endless parade. The water clarity is often exceptional, providing a wide-open window into this bustling underwater metropolis. These trips are incredibly well organized, making them perfect for families and first-time snorkelers who want a guaranteed high-quality reef experience. One of the most iconic underwater landmarks in the world can also be found here, the Christ of the Deep statue. This nearly 9-foot-tall bronze sculpture rests in about 25 feet of water at Key Largo Dry Rocks. While it is a popular spot for divers, the top of the statue is shallow enough for snorkelers to get a fantastic view from the surface on a clear day. Seeing the outstretched arms of the statue, covered in fire coral and surrounded by circling barracuda and jacks, is a truly unique and moving experience. Many charter trips will make this a featured stop, combining a visit to the statue with time on a nearby shallow reef. While offshore is king in Key Largo, John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park does offer its Cannon Beach for some simple shore snorkeling. It's a great place to test your gear or get your sea legs before a boat trip. However, to truly understand why Key Largo earned its title, you must get on a boat. The sheer density of life and the health of the reefs, protected for decades, make this an essential first stop. From the colorful chaos of a shallow patch reef to the solemn beauty of an underwater statue, Key Largo sets a high bar for the snorkeling adventures that lie ahead as we continue our journey south through the Keys. Islamorada, sport fishing mecca with surprising shallows. Continuing south from Key Largo, we arrive in Islamorada, a collection of 6 islands, known as the sport fishing capital of the world. But it's not just big fish. Islamorada offers overlooked snorkeling opportunities. The offshore reef sites here are just as beautiful as those in Key Largo. Chica Rocks is a popular spot. Alligator Reef is another standout. Alligator Reef is noteworthy, marked by a historic 136-foot lighthouse. The reef surrounding the lighthouse is a vibrant ecosystem in relatively shallow water. You can often spot sea turtles and spotted eagle rays. What sets Islamorada apart are its exceptionally accessible, family-friendly shallow water spots. Anne's Beach at mile marker 73, perfect for introducing toddlers to the saltwater world. Beyond that, the shoreline is dotted with smaller, less frequented access points. The waters near Tea-Table Relief Bridge can be surprising, and channels near small resorts also hide active marine nurseries. In just a few feet of water, you can practice your snorkeling skills and spot juvenile parrotfish, damselfish, and schools of curious needlefish. For a slightly more adventurous inshore snorkel, visit Lignum Vitae Key Botanical State Park. It requires a short boat or kayak trip to a pristine, undeveloped island. The shallow waters around the island's historic dock are often clear and full of life. Snorkeling along the mangrove fringe and over shallow seagrass beds, you can find upside-down jellyfish pulsing on the bottom and small nurse sharks resting under ledges. You can also spot crabs among the mangrove roots and shellfish hiding in the roots and seagrass. It feels like a step back in time. A glimpse of the Keys before development. Islamorada presents a wonderful duality. A classic offshore charter to a reef lighthouse, or a low-key day exploring gentle, life-filled shallows. This blend makes Islamorada a versatile and rewarding destination. Even in a village dedicated to giants of the sea, there are countless small wonders just a few fin kicks from shore. As we reach the midpoint of the island chain, we arrive in Marathon, often considered the heart of the Florida Keys. This bustling, family-oriented community serves as a central hub for marine activities. Its snorkeling options are second to none. The crown jewel of Marathon's offshore sites is Sombrero Reef. Marked offshore by a skeleton-like lighthouse, it's a federally protected sanctuary preservation area. The underwater environment here is absolutely bursting with life. Spur and groove formations carve underwater canyons and ridges that are home to thousands of fish. A trip to Sombrero Reef is a quintessential Keys experience. Charter boats from Marathon make the trip daily, and they moor at the many buoys for easy access. Dip your face into the water, and you're greeted by enormous schools of grunts and yellowtail snapper that swirl around you in a dizzying, beautiful dance. Towering stands of elkhorn coral and star coral provide shelter for a stunning diversity of creatures. Sea turtles glide gracefully through the water, and peaceful nurse sharks rest on the sandy bottom between coral heads. Beyond Sombrero, Marathon also hosts patch reef sites like Coffin's Patch. Coffin's Patch is slightly shallower, great if you like being closer to the action. Large reef systems separated by sand create pockets of life. Expect to spot moray eels, lobsters, and large parrotfish. The shallower depth lets sunlight flood the reef, making sponges and small fish pop with color. Charter operators will often pick between Sombrero and Coffins, based on the day's wind and currents. Back on land, a visit to the Turtle Hospital is a perfect complement to learn about the creatures you hope to see. Tours show the rehabilitation process and teach about the life cycle of local sea turtles. Seeing them up close adds a new depth of appreciation to your snorkeling trips. Marathon offers a complete package: a world-class offshore reef, excellent secondary patch reefs, and educational opportunities that connect you more deeply to the marine world. Leaving the relative bustle of Marathon behind, the overseas highway leads us into the Lower Keys, a stretch of islands that feels quieter, wilder, and more in tune with nature. This region, centered around Big Pine Key and No Name Key, is famous for its population of miniature key deer, but its underwater world is just as special. The pace of life slows down here, and so does the snorkeling. This is a place for patient observation, where the rewards come from appreciating the subtle beauty of the natural environment. The undisputed main event for snorkeling in the Lower Keys is Looe Key Reef. Named after the HMS Looe, which sank here in 1744, this reef is now a strictly protected marine sanctuary, and the health of the ecosystem is breathtaking. Like Sombrero Reef, Looe Key is a classic spur and groove formation located several miles offshore, accessible only by boat from local marinas on Big Pine and Ramrod Key. What makes Looe Key stand out is its incredible fish density and diversity. Because it is a complete no-take zone, the fish here are larger and more numerous than almost anywhere else in the Keys. Snorkeling at Looe Key is like swimming in a perfectly maintained aquarium. You will be surrounded by schools of shimmering fish so thick you can barely see through them. It is a prime location for spotting larger marine life as well. Majestic spotted eagle rays are often seen cruising along the edges of the reef sharks patrolling the deeper sandy channels, and even the massive and gentle Goliath grouper, a fish that can reach several hundred pounds, is a common resident. The coral here is also in excellent condition, with towering structures that create a dramatic underwater landscape for you to explore from the surface. For those looking for a calmer, more serene experience, the mangrove-lined shores and shallow channels around the Coupon Bight Aquatic Preserve near Big Pine Key offer fantastic kayaking and snorkeling opportunities. Paddling through the clear, shallow water and occasionally hopping out to snorkel over the seagrass flats can reveal a hidden world of juvenile fish, starfish, and conchs. This is a much more intimate experience than a trip to the outer reef, allowing you to connect with the quieter side of the Keys' marine ecosystem. The Lower Keys, with the spectacular action of Looe Key and the tranquil beauty of its inshore waters, offer a perfect blend of high-energy and low-key snorkeling adventures. Our journey culminates at the southernmost point in the continental U.S. The vibrant and eccentric island of Key West, located just 90 miles from Cuba. Famous for its history, culture, and sunsets. But its surrounding waters offer the final chapter in our snorkeling saga. The reef system continues past Key West, but it lies further offshore here than anywhere else in the Keys. Typically, a 7-mile boat ride out to sea. This means that virtually all quality snorkeling is done via charters, departing in droves from the island's historic seaport and from various marinas, often aboard large, comfortable catamarans that make a day on the water a festive affair. The primary snorkeling destinations are part of the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary, including sites like Sand Key, Rock Key, and Eastern Dry Rocks. Sand Key is marked by a historic iron lighthouse and features a mix of shallow coral gardens and sandy patches, home to reef fish, corals, and sponges. Its slightly deeper waters and ledges are good for spotting larger creatures like southern stingrays and the occasional nurse shark. Beyond the natural reefs, Key West also offers unique snorkeling at several shallow water wrecks. While many famous wrecks are deep and only for scuba divers, and some, like the Vandenberg, can only be viewed from the surface on very clear days, the more accessible sites are small, intentionally sunk vessels turned artificial reefs. Snorkeling over a shipwreck adds a sense of history and mystery to the adventure, and watching fish swim through the encrusted structure is an eerie, fascinating sight. After a day exploring the offshore reefs, the return trip to Key West is an experience in itself. Many afternoon charters time their return for the island's famous sunset, allowing you to enjoy the light show from the open water, sipping a cool drink as the catamaran sails back to the historic seaport while the sun dips below the horizon. In Key West, the snorkeling trip often blends natural beauty with the island's festive spirit, creating a fitting finale to our tour of the Keys. As our journey from Key Largo to Key West comes to a close, a clear picture emerges of the snorkeling landscape in the Florida Keys. From Key Largo to Key West, it is not a single experience, but rather two distinct and equally valid worlds of underwater exploration, each with its own rhythm, rewards, and requirements. The most crucial takeaway is that the postcard-perfect vision of snorkeling, vibrant, sprawling coral reefs, teeming with thousands of fish in crystal-clear water, is an adventure that begins at the dock. The magnificent Florida Reef Tract, the heart of the Keys' marine biodiversity, lies miles offshore. To witness its grandeur, a boat is not just a recommendation, it is an absolute necessity. This is the world of epic scale, of dramatic underwater topography, and of unforgettable encounters with sea turtles, rays, and even sharks. Fortunately, this offshore world is made incredibly accessible to every visitor. The overseas highway is lined with professional, reputable charter operators, whose entire business is to safely transport you to these underwater treasures. For a very reasonable price, these charters provide the boat, the expert navigation, the safety equipment, and the local knowledge that transforms a complicated outing into a seamless day of discovery. They take you to the legendary sites like Sombrero Reef, the protected sanctuary of Looe Key, the historic lighthouse reefs of Islamorada, and Key West. This is the path to the main event, the premier way to experience the full, breathtaking scope of the marine life that makes the Florida Keys a world-class destination. On the other side of the coin is the quieter, more intimate world of shore snorkeling. While it may not offer the vast coral cities of the outer reef, it provides its own unique charm and convenience. This is the world of spontaneous dips in the water, of gentle exploration in shallow, protected coves, and of patient observation in the vital seagrass nurseries. Locations like Ann's Beach and the shores of Bahia Honda State Park offer perfect, safe environments for families with young children or for anyone seeking a refreshing swim. It is about appreciating the smaller details, the juvenile fish hiding in the grass, the colorful sponges on a dock piling, and the slow, deliberate crawl of a queen conch. Understanding this duality is the key to avoiding disappointment and crafting the perfect snorkeling trip. Do not arrive in the Keys expecting to find Sombrero Reef just a few steps from your beach towel. Instead, embrace the two-part nature of the experience. Use the accessible shore spots for easy moments, fun moments, and educational moments. And then book a charter to venture offshore for the truly spectacular main attraction. By appreciating both worlds for what they offer, you can piece together a complete and deeply rewarding picture of the incredible aquatic ecosystems, from the mangrove roots to the outer reef's edge. With a clear understanding of your options, planning your trip becomes a simple matter of matching your desires with the right locations and methods. The first step is to be honest about your goals. Are you looking to introduce your young children to the ocean for the first time? then the calm, shallow waters of Anne's Beach in Isla Morada are your perfect destination. Are you an avid snorkeler hoping to see the highest density of fish and the most dramatic coral formations? Then a boat trip out to the protected sanctuary of Looe Key in the Lower Keys should be at the top of your list. Each region, from Key Largo to Key West, offers a different flavor, and a little research into the specific reefs of each area will help you target the experience you crave. As you plan, always prioritize safety, especially when venturing out from the shore. The buddy system is non-negotiable. Never snorkel alone. A dive flag is not just a good idea. It is a legal requirement to ensure you are visible to the ubiquitous boat traffic that is a way of life in the Keys. Be mindful of currents, particularly around bridges, and always have a clear and safe exit point before you enter the water. A simple snorkel vest can add a significant layer of safety and comfort, allowing you to float effortlessly. By respecting the power of the ocean and taking these simple precautions, you ensure that your memories will be of the beautiful fish you saw, not of a preventable accident. It is also vital to be a responsible visitor and a steward of the environment you have come to enjoy. The Florida Reef Tract is a precious and fragile ecosystem. Practice the look, don't touch mantra at all times. The slightest touch can damage or kill living coral, and harassing marine life is both dangerous and destructive. Choose reef-safe sunscreens that do not contain oxybenzone or octinoxate, as these chemicals are known to harm coral. By making these conscious choices, you play a direct role in preserving the beauty of the reefs for future generations of snorkelers. Your visit should leave nothing behind but bubbles, and take nothing away but photos and incredible memories. Ultimately, the Florida Keys offer an underwater adventure for every level of interest and ability. From the simplest wade into the shallows to a full-day excursion to the edge of the Gulf Stream, the opportunities are boundless. This guide has aimed to set your expectations correctly, steering you away from the myth of beachside reefs and toward the real, awe-inspiring action. So pack your mask, embrace the necessity of a boat trip, respect the environment, and get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant, living waters of this American paradise. The fruity frozen drinks and amazing appetizers will be waiting for you when you get back to shore, ready to toast a day well spent exploring the real Florida Keys. Imagine a world without gravity. A world where you can fly, not through the air but through liquid space. This is the sensation of your first scuba dive. You take a breath, and for the first time, it is not air that surrounds you, but the gentle embrace of the ocean. The sound of your own breathing becomes a meditative rhythm, a constant reminder that you are a visitor in an alien, yet welcoming environment. It is a profound feeling, one that connects you directly to the planet's lifeblood. The initial moment of submersion gives way to a feeling of complete and utter freedom, a weightlessness that allows you to glide effortlessly over vibrant landscapes. Below the surface, everything changes. The familiar laws of the world above no longer apply. Sunlight filters down from the surface, dancing in shimmering rays that illuminate a world of impossible color and form. You are no longer just an observer looking down from the shore. You are a part of this silent kingdom. You drift past corals that have grown for centuries, forming intricate cities teeming with life. Schools of fish, shimmering like scattered jewels, swirl around you, unafraid and curious. This is not like watching a nature documentary. Here, you are inside the frame, experiencing the raw, unfiltered beauty of the underwater realm firsthand. The experience is a symphony for the senses. The gentle pressure of the water on your skin, the quiet hum of life around you, and the visual feast of creatures great and small. It is a world that has existed long before us, operating on its own ancient timescale. To enter it is to step outside your own reality. For many, that first breath underwater is a transformative moment. You might believe that such an extraordinary adventure is reserved for elite athletes or daring explorers. But this is one of the greatest misconceptions about scuba diving. The truth is, this incredible world is accessible to almost anyone with a curious spirit and a desire to explore. It is an activity that unites people from all walks of life. Adventure seekers find the thrill of exploring sunken wrecks and deep ocean walls. Travelers discover a whole new dimension to their itineraries. Scuba diving is for the young and the young at heart. It is for couples looking to share a unique and bonding experience. It is for families introducing their children to the natural world. It is for retirees checking items off a bucket list. It is for the solo traveler seeking peace and solitude. The underwater community is diverse and welcoming. Concerns about fitness often hold people back, but scuba diving is more about technique and calmness than athletic prowess. It is not a test of strength. It is a practice of control and relaxation. The equipment is designed to do the heavy lifting for you. The key is not to fight the water, but to become one with it. If you are in reasonably good health and comfortable in the water, you likely have what it takes. The training builds your confidence gradually, ensuring you master every skill. If you have ever gazed out at the sea and wondered what secrets lie beneath, the answer is within your reach. Do not let preconceived notions or self-doubt hold you back. Scuba diving is not an exclusive club. It is an open invitation. It's an invitation to challenge yourself, to see the world from a new perspective, to join a global community of ocean lovers. This journey from the couch to the coral reef is more achievable than you think. It begins with a single step: the decision to explore. Before you take your first breath underwater, it is essential to ensure that you are physically prepared for the unique environment of the deep. The world of scuba diving is incredibly inclusive, but it does place certain demands on the body that require a baseline of good health. For this reason, every reputable dive training agency requires students to complete a comprehensive medical questionnaire. This document is not designed to exclude people, but rather to ensure your safety. It asks specific questions about your medical history, covering conditions affected by pressure changes while diving. It is your first and most important safety check. The questionnaire covers a range of health topics: respiratory issues, cardiovascular health, conditions such as severe asthma, chronic lung disease, certain heart conditions, spontaneous collapsed lung, pneumothorax, can pose significant risks. Pressure changes can affect air spaces in the body, and pre-existing conditions can turn a beautiful dive into a dangerous situation. It is crucial to answer every question honestly and thoroughly. Hiding a medical condition not only puts you at risk, but also endangers your instructor and fellow divers who might have to assist you in an emergency. If you answer yes to any medical question, it does not automatically disqualify you from diving. It simply means you must seek physician approval before participating in any in-water activities. Your doctor will assess your condition in the context of diving. They may consult experts from organizations like the Divers Alert Network. In many cases, a person with a well-managed condition, such as mild asthma not triggered by exercise or cold air, may be cleared to dive. The goal is an informed, individual assessment of risk. Ultimately, this process empowers you with knowledge and ensures your underwater journey is as safe as it is breathtaking. It confirms your body is ready for the adventure ahead. One of the most common questions aspiring divers ask relates to age. Generally, certification agencies like PADI allow children as young as 10 years old to enroll in the Junior Open Water Diver course. For adults, there is no upper age limit. As long as you are in good health and can pass the medical screening, you are never too old to learn. Another frequent concern is swimming ability. Do you need to be an Olympic swimmer to scuba dive? The answer is a resounding no. You do not need to be a powerful or fast swimmer, but you do need to have a basic level of comfort in the water. Typically, this involves a continuous swim of 200 meters without stopping, and a 10-minute float or tread. These tests are about demonstrating endurance and comfort, not athletic performance. What about other physical conditions, like joint problems or high blood pressure? Many people with these issues dive safely and regularly. The weightlessness of being underwater can actually be therapeutic for sore joints. The heavy equipment is only cumbersome on the surface. In the water, it becomes part of your buoyant system. While basic physical health is the foundation, the true key to becoming a great scuba diver lies not in your muscles, but in your mind. Scuba diving is fundamentally an activity of control, relaxation, and mental fortitude. Your training is designed to build a calm, methodical mindset. From your very first moments in the pool, your instructor will emphasize slow, deliberate movements and deep, regular breathing. You will learn to solve potential problems, like a flooded mask or a lost regulator, in a controlled environment, proving to yourself that you can handle unexpected situations with composure and competence. Your mental preparedness, more than anything else, will unlock the door to the silent, beautiful world that waits beneath the waves. Your journey into the underwater world truly begins not at the water's edge, but within the walls of a dive shop. This establishment is more than just a retail store. It is the hub of the local diving community and the foundation of your training. When you begin your search, you will notice that dive shops are affiliated with various certification agencies, such as PADI, NAUI, or SSI. However, the agency is often less important than the shop and the instructor who will be guiding you. A great dive shop prioritizes safety and thorough training above all else. Your scuba instructor will be your guide, your mentor, your guardian as you take your first steps into this new realm. The quality of your instructor is, without a doubt, the single most important factor in your training. A great instructor does more than just teach you the required skills. They build your confidence, they shape your attitude towards safety. They ignite a lifelong passion for the underwater world. Look for an instructor who is actively teaching and diving. An experienced instructor has encountered a wide variety of students and situations, allowing them to tailor their teaching style to your needs. They demonstrate skills with calm, effortless grace. They set the standard for what a good diver looks like. Before you commit your time and money, it is vital to do your homework. This means visiting potential dive shops in person. One of the most important questions to ask is about class size. What is the maximum student-to-instructor ratio? Smaller class sizes are almost always better. Next, inquire about the course schedule and logistics. Ask for a clear breakdown of the entire process, including the total cost with no hidden fees. A reputable shop will be transparent about all costs. Finally, ask about the shop's philosophy on equipment. A good shop will advise you to wait until after you are certified to make any major purchases. Be wary of any shop that pressures you to buy a full set of expensive equipment before you have even been in the water. Your choice of dive shop and instructor sets the tone for your entire diving life. Choose wisely. Your journey to becoming a certified diver begins not in the water, but with the power of knowledge. This initial phase of your training is known as knowledge development. Here, you will delve into the physics of diving, learning how pressure affects your body, the air you breathe, and the equipment you use. Many students opt for e-learning, an online program that allows you to study at your own pace from the comfort of your home. Alternatively, some people prefer the structure of traditional classroom sessions led by an instructor, which offer the benefit of immediate feedback and group discussion. With a solid theoretical understanding, you are now ready for the moment you have been waiting for. Your first breaths underwater. This next stage takes place in what is known as confined water. Your instructor will first guide you through the process of setting up your own scuba unit. This methodical, step-by-step process becomes a pre-dive ritual. Then comes the magical moment. You will take your first deliberate breath, the sensation of inhaling and exhaling while submerged. It is a feeling unlike any other. In this secure position, you will practice the most fundamental skill of all, breathing slowly and continuously. From there, your training progresses one small, manageable step at a time. You will learn how to clear water from your mask without surfacing, how to recover your regulator if it comes out of your mouth, and you'll practice out-of-air scenarios in a safe, controlled way. You'll also master buoyancy control, using your breath and small BCD air adjustments to achieve neutral buoyancy, that weightless hover. The pace is dictated by you. A good instructor won't rush you. The goal isn't ticking boxes on a checklist, it's genuine mastery and confidence. By the end, you'll stop fumbling with equipment. You'll feel like a diver, ready and excited for the next step. This is the culmination of all your hard work. The final stage of your certification process involves completing a series of open water dives. This means leaving the predictable comfort of the pool and applying your newfound skills in a natural body of water. This is where your training becomes real. Over the course of at least 4 dives, you will demonstrate to your instructor you can confidently and safely perform the skills you mastered in the pool, now in a real-world diving environment. After your final open water dive, you will surface with an incredible sense of accomplishment. Your instructor processes your certification, and soon you receive your official card, your passport to a lifetime of underwater exploration. You are no longer just a student. You are part of a global community of adventurers. As you transition from student to certified diver, you become intimately familiar with the remarkable equipment that allows you to breathe and move in the underwater world. This collection of gear, your personal life support system, might seem complex at first, but each component has a distinct and vital purpose. Connected to this is the regulator, the ingenious device that serves as the lungs of your scuba unit. It takes the high-pressure air from the tank and reduces it to a breathable pressure. Next is the buoyancy control device, or BCD. By adding small puffs of air from the tank or venting air out, you can achieve neutral buoyancy, the magical state of weightlessness. To see clearly in this new world, you need a mask. Unlike swimming goggles, a dive mask covers your nose, creating an airspace that you can equalize as you descend. Paired with this is the snorkel, a simple but useful tool for breathing at the surface without lifting your head. To move through the water with efficiency and power, you use fins. They translate the small movements of your legs into graceful propulsion. Finally, there is the dive computer, an indispensable tool for modern diving. It is your personal safety officer, calculating your safe dive limits in real time. While most dive shops will rent you a full set of scuba gear, many new divers choose to invest in a few key personal items. At the very top of this list is the mask. A mask that does not fit your face properly will constantly leak. The next items to consider are your fins and your snorkel. Having your own pair ensures a consistent and comfortable fit. Depending on where you plan to do most of your diving, a wetsuit might be the next logical purchase. Having your own wetsuit that fits you like a second skin will keep you significantly warmer and more comfortable. Finally, a dive computer is one of the most highly recommended first major purchases. Owning your own computer means you will be completely familiar with its display, its alarms, and its functions. This familiarity is a huge safety advantage. For your first few dives after certification, renting the core life support equipment, the BCD, and regulator is an excellent strategy. This gives you the opportunity to try out different styles and brands. Renting is also incredibly convenient, especially when traveling. It eliminates the hassle and expense of transporting heavy, bulky equipment. The time to start considering a purchase is when you find yourself diving more frequently. Owning your own life support gear offers a supreme level of comfort and confidence. Beginner gear does not need to be expensive to be safe and effective. A good dive shop can guide you to package deals or recommend mid-range models that offer the best balance of performance and value. As you stand on the cusp of certification, it is wise to, look ahead and consider where your underwater adventures will most likely take you. The location where you plan to dive most often should significantly influence your training choices. Diving in colder regions often means dealing with reduced visibility, where navigation skills and staying close to your buddy become even more critical. Another key consideration is whether you will be doing most of your dives from a boat or from the shore. Shore diving involves navigating through surf and walking over uneven terrain with your gear on. Boat diving, on the other hand, requires you to be comfortable with different entry techniques, like the giant stride. For many aspiring divers, the idea of completing their final certification dives in a tropical destination is incredibly appealing. This popular option, often called a referral, allows you to complete the knowledge development and pool sessions at home. With this referral in hand, you are ready to travel to a warm water paradise to complete your 4 open water checkout dives. The water is warm, so you will likely only need a thin wetsuit. Visibility is often spectacular. This creates a more relaxed and visually rewarding learning environment. The learning environment is often more laid back. This turns the final test of your certification into the first chapter of your travel adventure. When considering a tropical destination for your checkout dives, the Florida Keys stand out as a beginner-friendly and accessible paradise. The dive sites here are perfectly suited for new divers. Many of the most beautiful reefs are located in shallow, protected waters. What makes the Keys truly special is the vibrant marine life you will encounter on your very first dives. It provides immediate and spectacular confirmation of why you wanted to become a diver in the first place. The convenience of the Florida Keys is another significant advantage. It offers a slice of the Caribbean without the need for a passport. With your certification card in hand, a new chapter of your life begins. You are no longer following an instructor in a structured lesson. You are now an explorer, planning and executing dives with your buddy. Initially, you will be certified to dive to a maximum depth of 18 meters or 60 feet, a limit that provides access to a vast and beautiful array of the world's most stunning reefs. During these initial dives, you will notice your confidence growing. Your control over your buoyancy will improve, allowing you to hover effortlessly. As you become more relaxed and efficient with your breathing, you will find your air supply lasting longer, granting you more precious time to immerse yourself in the silent beauty of the ocean. The list of popular and beginner-friendly dive destinations is a map of dreams. The Bahamas offer thrilling shark encounters. Belize boasts the incredible Great Blue Hole. The easy-to-access reefs of Cozumel and Bonaire are legendary. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia is a sprawling metropolis of coral and life. The waters of Indonesia are considered the epicenter of marine biodiversity, home to everything from tiny pygmy seahorses to majestic manta rays. Each of these locations offers a unique window into the planet's aquatic heart, and as a certified diver, you now hold the key to unlock them all. Earning your open water diver certification is not an endpoint. It is the foundational stepping stone for a lifetime of learning and adventure. One popular next step is the Advanced Open Water Diver course. It's a fun, experience-based program that includes a deep dive to 30 meters or 100 feet. With an enriched air nitrox certification, you can safely extend your bottom time. The Wreck Diver specialty teaches you how to safely penetrate and explore sunken ships. The Rescue Diver course is considered by many to be the most challenging yet rewarding program. It shifts focus to the safety of other divers and builds incredible confidence. Scuba diving is safe, it is achievable, and it is a truly life-changing pursuit. If you felt the pull of the ocean or curiosity about the world beneath the surface, do not let hesitation hold you back. Take that first step. Walk into your local dive shop and start a conversation. Plan a tropical vacation and build your certification into it. The journey from the couch to the coral reef is transformative, changing how you see the world and your place within it. A silent, beautiful, mysterious universe awaits. The adventure is worth it.